Jennifer Malillo, please.
Hello, Jennifer Malillo. I'm on Amber Drive. My business is in Corona. I'm off Pomona and Business Center Drive. It's 1.9 miles. On Tuesday, that took me 42 minutes. I would like each of you to consider going 2 miles in 42 minutes. My husband took Surface. I took Paseo. We thought between the two of us, one of us would get there quicker. 30 and 45 minutes. It is not a laughing matter. I chose to put my business here. I chose to move here. My business partner moved from Orange County to Corona. This is unacceptable. I don't think anyone here would deny that. I do agree that there have been positive steps being made. I actually took some pictures at Surface Club. I think there are some minor changes that could be done and implemented that would make that a much safer intersection and maybe perhaps make traffic flow more quickly through there and in a much more logical manner. The signage is simply not acceptable. There are large trucks and semis that go through there. I have pictures taken from this evening of the eastbound turn on the 91 at frontage, and you cannot see it. I have multiple pictures of Surface and frontage turning into a 3-lane intersection. You have the left lane turning onto frontage. You have the middle lane trying to go straight towards Green River, and now a 3rd lane where people are pulling out of McDonald's and Arco, and you have 3 lanes and no one knows where to go. I will make a suggestion to RCTC regarding that. I think there are some very minor improvements that could be made there that would perhaps make the rest of us be able to get to where we need to go in the morning without having to spend 45 minutes twiddling our thumbs. I don't think anyone wants to do that, and I don't think anyone here would want to do that if they had to in our little tiny corner of Sierra de Oro where we literally cannot get out. We don't want to be Sierra de Oro, the island. We want to be Sierra de Oro where we could easily and conveniently get to places, and that is why we moved to that part of the community. So, minor suggestions. I would like to suggest, to your point, Mayor, we would very much benefit by traffic cameras at Surface Club and Frontage, Surface Club and Pinecrest and Paseo and 6th, so that when we leave in the mornings, in addition to the multiple sites we have to check, we can at least look at those traffic cameras and go, Surface is a mess. Maybe I can take Paseo more quickly and easily. I believe there is a traffic camera at Surface right now. I don't know why it's not working, but I do see a camera there. That would greatly aid the citizens of Sierra de Oro in trying to get off of our island so that perhaps we know what direction is best to go, and Google is not up to date if we can see a real-time traffic map. I think police officers have already been discussed. There are multiple traffic transgressions at Surface Club and Frontage. I have video for this evening of 2 different traffic accidents waiting to happen in a span of 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Just a little more policing at Green River and at Surface would make a large impact. In addition, I would like to very much request one site for the citizens of Corona where we can go on a nightly basis or a morning basis and go, here is the schedule. I appreciate the schedule that was provided, but to ask all of us to go to multiple sites and attempt to keep track of this is unrealistic for the average citizen.
Your time is up, but let me ask you a couple questions, if
yes.
I could. The cameras at Surface Club, unfortunately, are not tied in on the fiber optic system, so that's part of the problem. But we had talked before about having a temporary camera system, and unfortunately the ARCO station's there actually in the county, not in the city, but there may be a way that we could tie in a camera to
I'll
do it.
donate a GoPro.
If it were that easy, I would donate the GoPro. Unfortunately, it's not always that easy, but it's not to say that it's not possible. So if you don't mind listing some of your points, because up to this point, well, up to a month or so ago when I wrote the letter to RCTC to begin with, we've been relying on engineers at Atkinson Walsh to do their best to make it all work, and obviously it wasn't working. And so that's why we've been having to get involved in things that we really shouldn't have to. I mean, they're paid quite a bit of money to do this project. So if you don't mind putting some of those things down and send it to myself and to Mr. Scott, because as you saw tonight, he'll be taking over as mayor, and just so that there's nothing lost in the translation, and we'll make sure that some of those things get carried forward.
I do have photos with me, and I do have it on a PowerPoint so that they're a little easier to see.
You're just too organized.
Well, I tried. I would have been more organized if I hadn't lost my flash drive. Don't have a black flash drive in a black truck. It's really impossible. But I do think some minor things could be changed, and I think the greatest impact is just a lack of signage. People cannot see, so they don't know where to go. When you combine that with the congestion of that intersection, it's just accidents waiting to happen.
Right. Okay. So if you don't mind doing that, we would greatly appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.